God will allow all hell to break loose in your relationships. If you are with someone that He does not want you to be with, God will allow all hell to break loose in your location if you are not where He wants you to be. God will allow things to be disrupted in your job, in your career, if that's not what He wants you to do. It's all about fulfilling the purpose of God for your life. Otherwise, why are you here? A lot of times we are settling. A lot of times we are doing what we want to do. You have to, in your heart, fully surrender to His will for your life. What God has for you is for you, and is so much better than what you think you want. A lot of times we do things because of complacency, because of familiarity. For example, I got a prophetic word to come to Florida, but I wanted to do what was familiar to me. I wanted to be closer to my family when God was sending me closer to my spiritual family. I was disobedient to God and I went in another direction. All hell broke loose because of my disobedience to God. But then when I got on the right path and in the direction that God had for me, God has been blessing me more than I've ever experienced in my life. But it had to get so bad for me to completely be in surrender. Sometimes God will allow things to happen in your life. He will break you, but to build you back up. He will create a masterpiece with those broken pieces. You have to trust God through those experiences. But see, when God allows things to happen to us, we feel like we don't want to trust the same God. But just like Job said, though you slay me, yet will I trust you. It's when you get to the place of complete trust for God's will, is when He lifts you up, is when He covers you, is when He takes care of you. You don't have to worry, you don't have to fear. And even when you are afraid, you still do what He tells you to do. Do it afraid. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what the world thinks. It doesn't matter what's happening in the world. I was hearing all kind of negative news about the state of Florida. I was being told, oh, you shouldn't move there because of their politics, because of their government. People were saying you shouldn't move to Florida because they have red ants, they have sharks, they have alligators, they have Nephilim, aliens, whatever. They were saying all kind of things about why I shouldn't move here, but I still came because I got a word. And when God gives you a word, you can put your whole life on it. You can stand firm on that. You have to do what God tells you to do. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what's going on, because there's things going on all over the world. You have to be where God has called you to be. And where God calls you to be, there's safety.